Reaching Good Day Central Illinois on WYZZ.
Good morning. Welcome back. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and it's a topic that hits close to home for our next guest, Diane Hahn. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you became an advocate for screening after the cancer diagnosis and death of your husband, Paul, and you're kind of joining us now to talk about these resources and stuff. So just to start out, before we get started, where can people go and what resources are out there?
Yeah, so of course a colonoscopy is the best screening that you can have, and we have a great, the Central Illinois Endoscopy. St. Francis also does colorectal colonoscopies, but FIT kits are a good alternative for people that may not want to get a colonoscopy, and those are available at the Tazewell County Health Department at very low cost or no cost. The Caravan from St. Francis also does FIT kits for maybe our underserved community, at least something to start with, and then they can go forward from there to get get more help if it's needed. And also the Heartland Health Clinic is a great resource in our community. But if you're at age 50 and you have insurance, the best thing really is to go for your annual physical and get caught up with that if you put it off in 2020. Everybody put their life on hold. So get caught up and talk to your normal doctor that you see about it, especially if you're age 50. And don't put off screening, and that would be the message I have, because that's what happened to us. My husband Paul waited till he was 58, thought he was very healthy, had no symptoms, and before we knew it, he was stage 4, and things went downhill from there, and he passed away after 4 years. So.
Well, we're very sorry to hear about that, but now you're kind of using his story and your guys' story to hopefully help others. We just shared a lot of places that you can go, but what are some other steps that people at home can take in their own lives to kind of detect these irregularities?
And it's not a fun cancer to talk about it, because some of the symptoms people go, ooh, that's kind of gross. But it's things like changes in your bowel habits, going to the bathroom. If you have any bleeding, rectally, that's very important. And don't, a lot of times people want to think, oh, I'll get over it or something. If you have anything going wrong like that, immediately tell your doctor and get help and get checked. Because Wendy Lewis, who started a colorectal cancer nonprofit with me, she had a colonoscopy and was fine, and then 6 months later did have some problems, went back in, and her cancer had started, and it just took off in a period of 6 months. And she was in her 40s. So, if you're young, don't write off things that are happening to you as just, oh, well, I got some bad food or something. Be very aware of your own health, and your best advocate is you, to speak up and say something and get checked. So it's very important, and it can save your life. I mean, that's the thing. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of death for both men and women. Most people don't know that. And it's highly preventable if you get screened on time and get the polyps removed and find out what's going on. So you're way better off, trust me, getting that procedure, even though it's not fun and people don't like taking the prep. You're much better off getting it done ahead of time and taking care of it. So. Yeah,
well, we've got just a couple seconds left, but we want to make sure people get that information. So where can people go for that information?
We have the colorectalcanceralliance.org is probably the best resource for just different screening information, different tests. But again, locally here, talk to your healthcare provider, check your insurance, what's covered, how much is covered. If you're over 50, many times it's completely covered. So just, take care of yourself, and for not just for you, but for the people that love you. That's very important.
Absolutely, Diane. Thank you so much for joining us with that important information. This whole interview will be on our website, ciproud.com. Here's Molly.